Uganda Electricity Distribution Company officially took over electricity distribution from Umeme, whose concession expired today. The journey started way back in 2005 when the government of Uganda signed an agreement with the Umeme to improve on the power services. Umeme Managing Director Celestino Babunji said it had been a long but fruitful journey for the company.
How does the big switch now look like as we hand over to Paul and team from where we started? Of course, the government required investments. Cumulatively, over $850 million was put in. The network, Paul, has more than doubled. You handed over 5,000 transformer zones. We are giving you back 17,000 transformer zones, 44,000 kilometers of lines. You gave me 40 million customers. I'm handing you 9 times that, 2.2 million customers.
Patrick Bitature, the board chairman of Umeme, said when they took over 20 years ago, the entity was embroiled in corruption scandals.
I've been on this board for over 15 years, and at the helm of the board. At the beginning, I was sitting on a board, but my management team were all Muzungus, expatriates. I am proud that we had a deliberate policy to bring Ugandans on board, and when I look at them today, I'm so proud of this team that has delivered Umeme in the last 15 years. It shows we can do it. Another big challenge I had was corruption. When I joined the board, we were #1 in corruption, above the police, above everything. People forget easily. But it was Umeme, then police, then other institutions.
He said before Umeme took over in 2005, power losses amounted to 38%, but this had declined to 16% at the time of the handover.
You had to make Umeme a personal business. And wherever I went, I got to know the staff. I would stop when they are working and greet some of them. Eventually they got to recognize me, most of them. Even when they are driving recklessly, I chase them, I hood them. When they realize it's me, they change their behavior. We had a culture of changing mindset. It's taken time, but we have done it because we had that period of time, 20 years.
The Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, Ruthi Nankabirwa, said the transition was good for Ugandans, adding that Uedcl will do a fine job.
It was a known. I like that because the reaction from the people was as if it is unknown. Okay, the number of times I have been called to Parliament to give reports, to Cabinet to give reports, and even towards the end, I think last week, I was invited to appear before Parliament, 2 parliamentary committees at the same time, handling the same thing.
Uedcl's Managing Director Paul Mwesigwa said they were more than ready to give Ugandans better services. He said as soon as the takeover is complete, Uedcl will add 300,000 new customers to the national grid. The decision to
It came as a result of the need for the government of Uganda to attract private capital by that time, which was required in the country, not only in power distribution, but in all the sectors. And power distribution was among them. Therefore, the distribution network was concessioned to Umeme by the government of Uganda. Then the law of Uedcl was converted to the monitoring and checking the progress of the performance of the network up to the end of the concession, that's the day to day.
The decision to end Umeme's concession was taken by Cabinet in 2022 after it felt that the agreement was unfair to the country. Chris Semalemu Semakula,